Isaiah, you're going to be removed, so come back in. It says it's going to kick Isaiah out. Isaiah, you're still here, though. It said it was going to kick you out. Isaiah, are you still here? Oh, okay. I don't know why. Okay, so this is the key. Ready? So you're going to write this on each question. Okay, this is the long form, but we'll write an abbreviation. Okay, when you multiply, you add exponents. Okay, now we're going to abbreviate that on each question. Okay, but we have to write that because of something we're doing later today. There's two steps kind of. One is multiply, add exponents, and then one is going to be add, keep exponents. And so we have to remember those two things. Okay, so let's do example one. So example one is 2x to the third times 5x to the fourth. Now, the numbers in the front are regular numbers. So this is just normal multiplication. Okay, so just put normal multiplication there. So normal multiplication gives me 10. And then when you're multiplying with exponents, okay, when you're multiplying with x's, they have to have the same letter. Okay, when you multiply, so we'll abbreviate it, multiply, we'll put mult. Okay, and then arrow, add x, exp. Okay, so that's going to be our abbreviation that we write on each of these questions. Okay, so we're going to add the exponent. So our exponent would be 7. You add 3 and 4. And that's all. Okay, so example 2. 6x to the third, y to the second, times 2x to the fifth, y to the seventh. So you multiply the regular numbers. So you get 12. Okay, and then I'm going to highlight so you can see it better, but you won't have to highlight in your homework. Okay, so you won't have to highlight in your homework. Hey, Penny, stay up here. Come back. Yeah, you guys need space? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to add the exponents on the x's and then also add exponents on the y's. Okay, so what would that be just for the x? Hey, puppy, why do you think Grandma shut that door? She doesn't like you guys in here. I would think she'd keep it open. So what do you guys get for the yellow? What do you get for the yellow? Okay, so x to the eighth. And then what about for the y's? Yep, that's your answer. Okay, so you do have to write the message though. So write multiply and then add exponents, okay? Because we got to get that in your head so that when you see one in your future and it's a multiply problem and you're like, what do I do? And then, you know, add exponents. So, I mean, in reality, this is the only part that needs to come with you to the next class. Right? I mean, the answer, they're not going to have the exact same problem as my example number 2. Okay. And mostly we need it for after my doctor's appointment at 11 today. We need that too. Okay, so let's take a look at another one. So this one is, oops, I'm in highlighter. Okay, so 5x to the second times x to the eighth. Now I'm going to write multiply, add exponents. What number is in front of and change colors to your red. What number is in front of x to the 8th? What number is in front of x to the 8th? Sorry, guys, I was looking at something else. Ivan, I was just taking a look at your math placement to make sure it was right, since I'm the one who does the list. Okay, because you said your meetings today. Okay, so when you multiply those numbers in the front, you get 5. And then what do you get? X to what power? Mom, if you leave the door open, then they can. Yeah. Okay, so what exponent would that be? I'm thinking that. Oh, okay. Yes, I agree. So that would be to the 10th. And then this is your answer. And just put a box around your answer. You guys, if you highlight the answer, sometimes it's hard for the teacher to see it. So if you're one of those highlighters, okay, sometimes it's really hard for me to see in the highlighting. Okay, so let's look at this one. So this one is x to the 4th times 9x to the 2nd. So what's missing? What do you think? What's missing? I like coefficients. So what number is in the front of x to the 4th? I just decided I'm going to get something ready real quick for the GLCs that I forgot to do. Let me just paste this. Oh, really? Insert. So then, so it'll help them. I realized I didn't send them the updated placement list, which is terrible. So I didn't tell them the people who had changed placements. Okay, so I will multitask and do that after, but let me get over back to what you guys are. Okay, so oh, nobody answered yet. You guys, what's missing? What's missing in front of the x to the 4th? Yeah, okay, a 1. And then just write me my message. Multiply, add exponents. Okay. And that multiply, add exponents is like writing a spelling word over and over and over again, because you really want to get it right in your head, you know? So definitely you have to write the word, okay? So it seems silly, but I'd almost rather have you write the word than do the problem sometimes. So let's do another one. Okay, so this one, put a star by this one, because this one gets to be a tricky one. So 5x times 6x to the 4th. Okay, this is the most commonly missed one. Okay, because when you write the words multiply, add exponents, you might think the x doesn't have an exponent. Does anyone know what the exponent of that x is? Yeah, so stick a 1 here in red or in any other color you have. Okay, multiply the regular numbers, and then what's my exponent? Uh-huh. And then did I even make it back? Oh, yeah, you did. Okay, there you go. Cool. Okay, so and we only have 8 examples, you guys, so we're moving through this pretty fast. Okay, so this one is 9x to the second. Oops, 9x to the second times x. So what 2 things am I missing? What do you think? What 2 things are we missing? Well, you guys are telling me I'm going to write my message. Multiply, add, exponent. 1 in front. I agree. So 1 in front and then 1 behind in the exponent. Yeah. Okay, so what's the overall answer for this one? Anyone? What's your overall answer? Almost. Right idea, David. Almost. You got everything right but one thing. Yeah. So 9x to the third. Okay, now let me call on some people because we only have 2 examples left, okay? So let me call on some people. Oh no, we have 3 examples left. It goes up to example 9. Oh, maybe there's an example 10. Okay. So let's see. So 2x to the second, y to the third, times negative 4x, y to the ninth. Okay, so besides David and Dean, okay, so besides David, Dean, David and Dean, they're the only ones who've answered so far. So can somebody else besides David and Dean tell me what's missing? We'll start with the what's missing. So somebody besides David and Dean, what's missing? Jorge, are you here? What's missing in this list? Somebody's missing an exponent. Jorge, are you here? Okay. Which letter doesn't have an exponent? No, the y's do have exponents. The y has a third and then a y has the ninth. The exponents are the top numbers. Okay, so Jorge, which kind of? I agree with you, Damien, but the -4, I'm not going to include the -4. It's just the x itself. Actually, let's stick little timeses in. These are actually all separated by timeses. So I really only think of the x as missing the exponent, not the 4. Okay, but that's good. Okay. And then what do you get? Hey Damien, what do you get when you multiply 2 times -4? Damien, yeah, so that's -8. And then Jorge, what would you get when you add the exponents on the x's? Yes, so that would be x to the third power. And then Savannah, what about the y's? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, let's look at this one. Negative 6x y to the fifth times negative 4xy. Okay. Alex, who's missing their exponent?
The exponent.
Who's missing the exponent? What letter?
The 4x and then the y.
Okay, so the 4x and the y both need a 1. So the x and the y, the 4 is kind of separate. So let's put little timeses in there. So the 4 separate. And then which other letter doesn't have an exponent? Just letter.
No, that one right there, that x thing right there.
Yeah, the x thing right there is also missing an exponent. Okay, cool. Thank you, Alex. And then Ivan, what do you get when you multiply? Hold on. Multiply, add exponents. And oh, this is multiply, divide, same sign, right? Opposite sign minus. Okay, so what's Ivan, what's the number in the front? The new coefficient when I multiply them. Uh-huh. Except it's positive. It's positive because of this rule right here. Same sign with multiplying and dividing is a positive. Okay, and then Ivan, what about your exponent on the x? What would your exponent on the x be? You have to add them. So you have to add the two, the ones we put in. You know how we put these ones in red? Yeah, so it's x to the second. Okay, and then Isaiah, what's your y? Y to what power? Isaiah, what's your y to the power of? Uh-huh. It's y to the sixth. Yep. So the main thing is you have to remember the multiply add exponents. Okay, I'm going to give you one more, and then I'm going to look on somebody else's notes because I'm looking at a student's notes. So I'm going to have you guys try this one by yourself. And then I'm going to check because it seems strange to me that I would end on example 9. I don't know why. I feel like I do even numbers of notes, but I don't know. That's probably not true. So I think this might be the last example. If not, there's probably one more example. Okay. But regardless, we're almost done. So stick the missing ones in. Okay, so you guys stick the missing ones in yourself and then work out the whole question. And then I'm going to have everybody answer later, but don't answer yet. Okay. Let me just double check these notes. Okay. Make sure that we're not missing one. I think we're not because example 9 matches the very, very last example. So I have a feeling that it's the same one. Yep. Okay. So this is the last example. Okay. So when you're done with this example, can you write the answer? See what you think the answer is, and then we'll fix it if you miss it. Okay. So put what you think the answer is. So when you get the answer, can you guys type it in? And probably the first person won't be right. That's okay. And then we'll kind of do what we usually do, which is everybody puts an answer, and then you can kind of look at the other person's answer and say, oh, okay, I like their answer, but like this little tiny thing needs to be changed. So we'll see if you guys can come to a consensus, like come to an agreement. Okay, I'm posting the homeworks for you guys, because this is our last example for the morning. So can somebody put their answer? Take a chance. Doesn't have to be perfect. We just need a preliminary answer that we can fix up. Okay, those answers look the same, but Damien and Savannah, decide what you think about the positive, negative, and then they're the same, but we don't know that they're right. So they might be right, but everybody else kind of check your answer with their answer.
Can I see number 7 again?
Yeah, sorry about that. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm missing some people. So I need an answer from everyone on this one. And then this will be our last example for this morning. I think, Alex, we're just missing you.
Huh?
I think we might just be missing you. So see if you agree with their answer.
The answer. The
Oh,
answer.
you guys, hold on a
No,
second.
that answer. See that answer right there? That answer?
Alex,
I agree.
which answer?
That one right
Okay,
there.
Alex, you need to be more specific. And remember, you need to type your answer. So can you type your answer, please?
Oh, misclick.
Okay. Um, so write multiply, add exponents. Make sure you write the words. And then you guys, when you're multiplying and dividing, what's opposite signs? I know, but you guys, what's opposite sign? Yeah, opposite signs is negative. So I agree with you guys, except you forgot your negative. So stick a negative in there. Okay, so did you stick your ones in? And then what's interesting, which people didn't do in the other class, is they didn't know to put the 3 in the front in our last homework question. So it's kind of odd. Anyway, so you guys got it, except it is negative. So can you guys fix it to be negative? Okay, and then what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to update the picture so it makes more sense. Have you guys done corrections for 14 and 15 yet? Let me check. Have you guys done corrections for 14 and 15 yet? No, you haven't done it. The last math corrections you did is that. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, so this list looks the same. Let me download this list. Okay. Okay. So I am going to put a new photo. And you guys are ready to do this homework. Okay. Okay, I believe this is it. So we will check right now. Let me make sure it has the right thing. And then you guys can go to homework 26 and it has all the details. And don't just start with number 1. You guys, you have to read my instructions, okay? So make sure you read my instructions. Okay. Okay, so Haley, I made a video for you. So let me stop it.